Hi there, welcome to Orientation Mobility with Brooke. I'm Brooke, and today we're going to help your child practice how to travel around a residential block so that they become better oriented with your neighborhood. Practicing going around the block helps your child develop their orientation skills and helps them learn more about their surroundings. When you go around the block with your child, start with a familiar city block, such as your own or another block near where you live, with 4 streets surrounding it. Start at a clearly defined location. A corner with a landmark is a good place to start. Have your child examine the landmark and use that as the starting and the finishing point. Mention that you'll be turning the same way at each corner until you arrive back at your landmark, at your starting point. Let your child know that when we walk around the block, we don't cross any streets. Streets surround the block. And as soon as we cross a street, then we leave the block that we are on and we go onto a different block. As you walk along the sidewalk, discuss what street you are walking beside and what street you are walking towards. For example, we're walking north on Lockwood towards Dixon. Lockwood is beside us on our left, and we are walking towards Dixon Street. Ask your child to point to the street beside them and to the houses on their side of the street. Walk to the first corner. Name that corner. Now we're coming up to Lockwood and Dixon. Discuss how the corner of the block is also the corner of an intersection. Talk to your child about how you know that you've arrived at the corner. Oh, we can hear traffic on our cross street. And we might hear some cars on our beside street to our left, stopping at the stop sign. We also might hear some pedestrians, some people walking on the perpendicular sidewalk. And we might also feel that there's some wind now, since there are no more houses beside us. As your child gets closer to the corner, have them shoreline the grass line so that they can find the connecting sidewalk. Ask them to slow their pace a little and arc their cane a little bit wider. As you turn onto the connecting sidewalk, discuss the compass direction that they are now traveling, along with their own right and left. For example, now we're turning right and walking east on Dixon. Now we are turning right and walking south on Brookmount. Now we're turning right and walking west on Queen. As your child progresses, begin to only use compass directions when describing the routes. As you go around the block, talk about other interesting features that you might find. Let your child know that you're coming up to the 4th corner and that they have to start looking for their starting point, the landmark that they started at. Now we're turning right and we're turning north onto Lockwood, where we started. Can you find where we started? Great, you found the landmark. Yes, this is where we started. Once you arrive back at the starting point, turn around and go the opposite way around the block, talking about the same things as before, such as the location of the street, the location of the houses on the block, the directions that you are traveling, and finishing up at the same landmark. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this helps your child practice and further develop their orientation and mobility skills. Please keep tuning in, and I hope to see them on a lesson again soon.